Hello guys, Zueljin here and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft Indoors. Today I want to take you through a design of this Orange County kitchen that I saw on the internet. I really like the contrast of these colors that you see here. It looks like we can use kind of like a spruce for the wood design, as well as maybe quartz or sandstone for some of the backdrop and some of the countertops. It would probably translate better over to sandstone, although I'm not particularly sure about what it would look like as far as the depth of the countertops. To make all of the designs happen as far as the divots and stuff like that for where the cabinets sit atop the floor, the entire kitchen would have to be 1.5 high, and to do that we'd have to start on the half slab, which makes for an interesting design, but I think we can incorporate some of this stuff. So let's see here. Let's get to picking some of the materials here. It looks like we're gonna go with, let's go ahead and go with the sandstone, and we'll go with sandstone stairs, and that should be good. Maybe the regular sandstone itself, and then we're also gonna go with spruce for the doors, and we'll go with spruce stairs, spruce slabs, spruce blocks, and spruce doors as well. Okay, now for the rest of it, looks like we can probably use carpet as a countertop of some sort. So we'll do that because we can't place, we can't really place anything on carpet or half slabs. So we might actually be able to get away with something like that. I'm not too sure. Let's see though. We'll just put carpet for now. And I'm thinking that this gray or white carpet might do. White might seem a little off. And yellow is probably going to be too bright. Let's go with the light gray carpet for now. And I think that is going to be it, except for curtains that we could figure out later. So for the floor design, let's go sandstone, and let's figure out this back wall first. So we're going to have a space here, and that's going to be the end where the curtain's at. And then we're going to have cabinets all along the back. So let's go ahead and just fill this in right now. We should probably be able to do stairs. So let's do stairs right here, and that would incorporate the little design that comes up for the cabinets here. Although I'm thinking that just wood might do okay too. Let's do the spruce doors back here, just like this. And it looks like that's 2 cabinets. We'll need enough room for the stove. That skips 2. Then we'll have another 2 cabinets. And we can probably do some on the end as well. This needs to be a little bit wider, I believe. So we'll do maybe a cabinet door here. Is that gonna work like that? No, that sure won't. Let's just do a 3rd cabinet here. And we'll do a 3rd cabinet on this side as well. And then we'll incorporate for the space on the outside, just like so. And let's fill all this in with floor and see what we've got. Alright guys, the floor is now in place, so the kitchen doesn't look nearly as high when we're standing on the half slabs, which is good because I was afraid that it would look a little bit too high. So now we've got to do something with the sink behind this island here. So I think what we'll do for this is going to be relatively straightforward. We can just do a traditional sink made with stairs, kind of like this. And this should encompass the design pretty well if I can get the stairs to behave here. There we go. So that'll be the stairs where the front is, and it looks like above that we'll have about a 2 high spacing. So if we went here and here, we might actually just have 1 and make it seem like it's a little bit less deep. Maybe, I don't know. Let's try this. So we've got this will be a 2 high spacing here until the rest of the cabinets, and the cabinets would actually sit right here on top of this. And I don't know how that's going to translate. I'll have to see. Let's put a little backdrop behind it. We're going to use this hardened clay from Sortex Fanbear, and that should look like the back okay. And we'll just finish and plug this up on the outside. Alright, let's see how that looks. That looks like an okay backdrop there. I think that'll do just fine here. Okay, so for the shelving and the cabinets up top, it looks like it goes just as wide. So we'll definitely need a platform that goes all the way across. And That way it'll come out to about right here maybe. And then on top of the doors, we'll need the countertop itself. And we decided that we were going to go with the carpet here. Now let's try a couple different things. Let's try white carpet. Let's try light gray carpet. And I'm thinking that one or the other should work out fine. So that was the white and this is the light gray. Maybe even, what does yellow look like? Is yellow really that pronounced? Let's see. Now I'm curious. Yellow looks like it's going to be a little bit too pronounced. Yeah, I think we're going to go with the light gray, and that should be fine. Okay, that'll give us a little bit of dynamic in the countertop design, and I think we should go with that. Okay, so we've got the countertops all set. The sink is done. This could actually be too deep altogether when I think about it now, but we'll run with what we have for now. Okay, so the rest of the cabinets are going to have to be right up top here, and if we did a cabinet just like this, actually let's store it right here. We've got cabinets right here, and this could be some sort of a corner shelving unit, it looks like. So we'll have a cabinet there and there. Okay, now what kind of corner shelving units could we do? We could do something like this. Now we have to do something to where it blocks off the door, so I'm thinking that we could do this, and that would be the corner shelving unit. And we could do that on both sides, if I can remember how to place the stairs correctly. And in the center here, it looks like there's a little shelving unit. Even though this doesn't look quite as wide as in the photo, I think we'll still be okay with this design. It's just kind of how it translates in Minecraft here. So the middle design looks like shelving all the way around. So let's go with the top here. And heck, let's just do a backdrop just like this, and up top it looks like maybe on the last tier it goes in between, kind of like that, and then some striping across the top. So this might just be the design that we're looking for. Alright, so now that we have that in place, let's see, we need to add a backdrop to just about everything here with that stained clay. So let's go ahead and do that. And if we fill in just everything right here, it should look a little bit more complete is what I'm thinking. And we're also going to have to do something behind the actual stair to make it look complete as well, like right here and right here. Okay, so that looks like that would be the shelf. Now we need to come out more. So let's do the same thing right here. And we'll pull this out one more. And how are we looking now? Okay, so now we need to incorporate shelves right here and right here to make this look good. And honestly, I'm thinking that the shelves may have to point inward because of the doors, the way they go. So let's do stairs instead, like this. And behind there is wood, so that should look correct. And instead of that, let's do right back here, instead of this stair, we'll go ahead and just make this a little bit more narrow, like so. Okay, that does look actually a little bit better here. Now we can bring the wood all the way across and extend this shelf the way it's supposed to look, right above that. And then we can seal that off actually with 2 stairs on this side. Actually, it'll have to be... It will have to be... I see what's going on here. We're going to need to do it like this instead. There we go. And that would seal it off just fine. Let's do the same thing here. Stairs, and now it's sealed. Okay. That's kind of what we're looking like for the kitchen so far. Now we have these walls on the side with this with these red curtains. So let's go ahead and grab a red banner and let's see what we can do here. So it looks as though the wall material is probably going to be the best to harden clay. Now the floor here, let's go ahead and strap on another layer of floor on the sides here. The floor looks like it's going to be a little bit tricky just due to the distance with that curtain. So make sure we're not too close to the other house here. I'm thinking, let's see, next to this wood here, we're going to have a space. Okay, so we can go ahead and put that space in. And then it looks like there's going to be a wall that's connected like here. And it looks like the curtain would be here. Is that how it would go? Yeah, that looks like that's going to be it. Although, the only thing that concerns me is this is actually supposed to be a window of some sort, right? So this would actually need to be glass. Although, I don't know. I'm thinking that we could possibly do something else in here. But let's go ahead and work with these for now. Okay, that's going to be the curtain. And we'll go ahead and come one more block out. And that's going to be curtain as well. Now, if we kept that, it actually looks like there's a room divider. But this could actually be the room divider, and we can just div it out like this. And I think that would feel better. I think so. Maybe I should move this one back. Let me move this one back and see how it looks. It's actually much better like that, and I've incorporated glass instead. So let's go ahead and put the red banners here. And that fits just about perfect. We can even bring them all the way down, and they'll just kind of drape into the half slab, which is good. That's perfect. That's exactly what we want, and we'll need to repeat that on that side. So here's our room divider here, and then we also have the rest of the room that's going to be this distance, and it's going to stretch out, and it looks like there's kind of like a countertop on this area with some more cabinets, which should translate okay. So let's move this out by a few and look at that cabinet design, and it looks like it's going to be similar to what we already have on this back wall here. Now that we have sandstone here, we should be good to work with it a little bit. Alright, so this looks like there's 3 cabinets, so we can do something like this, and then we can put our cabinets right here, just like this. And what we can do on top of that is the original gray that we did here. So we could put that there, and on the sides it would have to be wood. So I'll tell you what, let's move this over by 1. And we're gonna extend this out by 1 more. And this is gonna make it look a little bit more symmetrical here. And then what we'll do is we'll put wood on either side, so it'll be matched up. So if I did, wood like this, there we go. And yep, that's going to be it right there. I wish there was some way to come out further, but because of the half slabs, we really can't. So that is just going to have to do it. We'll put the wool on top of there, and it looks like there's a little shelving unit across. We can use sandstone for that, kind of like we did previously. And it looks like this is going to be a little bit higher here. So the counter is there. It looks like it's a little bit higher than the bottom of these, which that would be on here. The top would just be right here, and that looks like a good shelving height, I believe. Now we can take the rest of this hardened clay and fill this in, and I think that's going to be a good setup. Now we can put some knickknacks on top and stuff, and yeah, I think that'll work out really well. So what I'm gonna do is duplicate this wall, or actually set up for the curtain and stuff on this wall, and kind of finalize this, and maybe just put a ceiling in, and then we'll come back and finish off the room. Alright guys, so I'll put the other wall in, and now it's time to work on the side wall a little bit, but I just noticed something. The solid sandstone back here could probably be better off if it was sandstone stairs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take sandstone stairs, and I'm going to put them like so, and then right here I'm going to do the same thing, and then I'll put a slab in the middle, and that will kind of emulate the archways that you see in the photo for the designs in there. So let's do the same thing on this side here. We'll go here, here, and here, and I think that looks a lot better. It kind of just shows off some of the cooler things here. Also, we've got to consider what's going to be happening back here, because it's a little bit hard to it's a little bit hard to imagine the kitchen without the sides and the cabinets and stuff like that. So I think the best way to pull this off, if we just bring sandstone straight up, it's going to look a little bit large. So let's do some stairs here. And I think that if we did that, it's going to look a little bit better than if we just did blocks. And I think my assumption was correct here. If we just did blocks, it would look a little bit too wide for the build itself. Let's finish it off with a gray carpet, and we should be good. Alright, there is the setup. It does look a little bit better. I do like that. Let's go ahead and take our doors and put them back here. And now the cabinets are complete again. Wonderful. Okay, so the next step, well, we could actually bring this out one as well to make this seem a little bit more, well, no, not with the wool right there. We'll just keep it like that. That's fine. I don't particularly love the lighting glitches in the back, but there's not so much you could do about that. It's just going to have to be that way for now. So the side, we can do something a little bit different as well. Now, we've gone with the spruce doors here, and it looks like we have two sets of full cabinets here, and they look like they're bumped up against the wall, which will make it easier for design's sake. And there's a space in between, and then there's another one. So I could probably take this and if I take this and just close it in right here, it's going to look more built-in than anything else. But we can't really put anything on the side as well, because we wouldn't be able to trap the floor in like that, and it wouldn't show that we have, you know what I mean? I can't put any tiles here right there, so that would make it a little difficult. So I guess the best bet would be just to join them like I just did, to kind of get the most out of the effect. So let's go ahead and take this here. We'll take the spruce doors again. And now to make them look double tall is going to be a little bit tricky. What I could do here is, what I could do is just do another layer here, and that's probably going to be the best thing. I was thinking that I can go with a layer inside, kind of like that, or kind of like this, but it would kind of have to be backwards and inset, so I don't think that is going to really translate well. Maybe I could do them higher and it would just look better. So what about if I did this? What about if I just made the sandstone come up by one here, and I'll just grab this and I'll do like this instead, okay? And this will be a cabinet, so we can do our, where's my spruce doors? We can do our spruce doors like so. And then on top of that, we can do, we could do spruce doors on this level with barrier blocks. In fact, I think that might be a better idea. Let's take some barrier blocks. And, well, no, that wouldn't do because this is on the half slab and I couldn't do it. Oh man. Alright, well, maybe I can't. I could put barrier blocks on the outside here of the doors, but the doors would actually jut out. And let me show you what I'm talking about here, just so you guys can know what I was saying. So if I take this and put them here, actually, no, not there, there. And then I take the doors and go like so. It would almost be like a double tall appearance. Although it's jutting out, so I don't know if that's the best. I don't know if that's the best thing to do here. Although it does look kind of neat like that, doesn't it? Maybe, just maybe, I'm onto something here. I think that might be it. I think that might actually be pretty good. Now I could do that with the 1.5 design too. Maybe I should do that. Let's try it. Well, that does make for some taller cabinets. It might actually be a thing. Let's go ahead and put down these dividers right here. And then on top of it, we would have, it looks like they would just be brown. So we could come across with spruce on top to make it look a little bit more natural. Which is kind of another thing because the doors jut out like that. I really wish there was a way to stack doors, but honestly it does look pretty good. Maybe wood in between would actually look a little bit more fair and kind of maybe be a piece, you know what I mean? So like the whole thing would just be a piece, and then I think that would work out well. Honestly, I really do. There's nothing that we can place on top, which is sad, but we can do a painting up top here, so it wouldn't be bad. We could still do a 2x2, and that would take a little bit of pressure off having that whole field right there. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with that. Outside of the decorations on the wall, it's probably time to do something with the little main stage here, and that is going to be the island, which is going to be pretty difficult here. So it looks like the island would be too wide here. So for the stove would be 2, and then the doors on the sides would be 2. I think that's where we're at here. So let's put a door here and a door here. I'm going to have to do it just like that. There we go. And what we'll do is we'll put spruce down here. And now we need an oven, which I'm thinking, now the traditional stone furnaces probably wouldn't do, although there's not that much that we can use other than that to really emulate what I want. So let's just do furnaces. That way it still does look like an oven. At least it'll still be like Minecraft, you know what I mean? Alright, we'll do the ovens here, and I think I could cover these up really well with those maps. So let's take some item frames here and just see what kind of stuff that we can pull off here. So if we do item frames here and do the empty maps that I have, we'll do, yeah, that's not gonna look terrific with this resource pack. It looks great in in the other resource pack that I have, which is Flows HD, but this should be fine. Okay, so what I'll do now is run countertop right here. So this is also going to be a little challenge because of this issue right here, not being able to do it. We'll have to do the stair thing right there at 2, I believe, which will make the island look a little bit wider than I want it to look. Honestly, these cabinets may not work like that. I may just have to do something a little bit different. Like, we'll have to do maybe this, which that kind of, I mean, it does what it's supposed to do, I believe. I'm still not going to be unbelievably happy with it, but I think it's all we'll be able to get out of here. And is this thing going to be twice as wide? Yeah, it looks like that. So we'll go ahead and come down to the back just like this. And then this gray carpet can be on top here. And that is going to look like what we need. Now the cooktop, we could probably do something like the rails here. So let's just do, I guess the activator rails ought to be good. There we go. And that looks like a little grill. That should do. I really don't have any controls on here, so let me go ahead and grab some buttons, and we can do just regular wood buttons here, and we'll put them on the front. That way it'll give it a little bit of extra look, and I think we might actually be able to place the item frames on the front too, just to give it some appeal. And in fact, the way that looks right here, I'm probably opt to do maybe like some little shelves just to give this some dimension. So if I did some stairs right here instead of that, I really don't know about this stove, you guys. I really don't like that as much as I thought I would. If I just change these out to, let's say, sandstone. How about if I did sandstone like this and like that? That's not going to look real ovenish though. Although I could put some doors up front. And let's see here. Trapdoor. If I did iron trapdoors on the front. Let's see. How is that going to work? Oh, that's going to go up if I put redstone signal to it. So how about if we did redstone there? Let me try to figure this out, you guys. Alright, so I'm much happier with this design. Basically, what I did is I just put these spruce stairs here, and underneath here I have these redstone torches, and when I applied full blocks to them, it just gave the redstone signal and it toggled these. So that works out perfectly for my needs. I'm very happy with it, and it looks a lot better than I thought it would along with that. So this kind of looks like the countertop that I set out to have. Now, weirdly enough, these things, I think at all sandstone would look a little bit better than the spruce all the way around. So let's just try that. if I take the sandstone and I do this number here, that is going to look a little bit too much. How about if we just did full sandstone blocks, or in this case 2 slabs, since I just happen to have them in my inventory. I think that looks a little bit better. And what I could do here is just make like some little drawers, or I could surround these with the regular trapdoors. So if I took the regular old trapdoors and made them look kind of like wooden cabinets, I think it might look a little bit better here. There we go. And that's going to look a little bit more like cabinets. I could fit them on the back as well. And then we still get the added effect of the oven. That's a little bit different here, along with the sandstone on top. And the best thing about this design is we can actually put things on top. So aside from the activator rails that I'd like as the actual grill, so to speak, we can put like an iron pot and maybe some other stuff up here. So I think I like that better than the other design that I came up with, and I'm pretty happy with that. What I need to do now is probably just seal this room in, figure out an entrance, and add some decor. Alright guys, I've been adding a little bit of details, and I started with this side, and I put a couple of bowls and item frames here along with some recessed lighting. I took a little plant feature, put a little piece of red carpet, and a daylight sensor along with the 2 paintings on this wall, and it kind of shows just a little bit added to the wall, some details and stuff. For the stove, I did a cake, which is pretty natural for a kitchen, you know. I also did a little cup here, or a flower pot to emulate a cup, and I did a cauldron with a towel on it, or the red banner, and it looked pretty good. I'm starting to like the little bit of red trim that I got in here. It even goes a little bit into the painting and some of the wool, so it does good. Now here I actually moved over the first section here because it occurred to me that the picture didn't have a refrigerator. So let's see about that right now. We're gonna take sandstone, but we're gonna take the smooth variety. Smooth sandstone here, and we'll just do a 6 block here, and we'll do 2 item frames in the middle, and then we'll take let's see, what type of handles can we use here? Probably, let's see, how will ingots translate over? I think what I'm gonna do is just use boots. I'll use the gold combat boots for that, and we'll make them go either side just like this, and that makes for a good little refrigerator. I like that. Alright, on top of here we really don't need a whole lot. We could make this a little bit busier, but honestly, I think this is probably good like it is. The wall has enough detail, and we should be good with that. I did a little recessed window here with a couple red curtains and made an entrance, which is pretty easy. I just went 3 high and put the top with the 2 half sandstone slabs. And for this, I actually doubled the thickness of the wall outside, and I just made some shelving. So I did a cauldron here, a golden pressure plate, a painting, a red piece of carpet, and one of the trapdoors. And for here I did a couple of bookshelves and a crafting bench. I also did a hood above the oven. It was really hard to emulate what was in the picture due to the fact that we don't have the stair blocks, or there's no vertical slabs, can't go that slender, so I had to just make it work, and this is what I came up with, which is okay. I tried a couple different types of sandstone, and I think this is the best match for it. The only thing we need to do here is add a little bit. I thought about maybe making a little redstone lamp somewhere in here so we could go right on top. Instead of that, we can do the redstone itself, and we'll put that back here just like that. Then we could put the lamp right in front, and that kind of matches the lamp that we have here. We can actually surround that with these, which we can go on the left and the right side of it just like this. And we can do something like, maybe if we did an item frame and we did, I don't know, we could do an item frame here, and then next to it we can put something like, on that item frame, maybe we could do a book to act like a cookbook. I think that would probably be the best deal right there. We could do the book in quill like so, and that pretty much puts a little bit of detail on this shelf too. Let's add another piece of red wool right here just so it looks like something different from the top. And I think it adds a lot of symmetry to the room here. I'm actually quite in love with the build. I really like the way it came out. There could be a couple more details, like as far as buttons on the sink or something like that, in order to get the lever or do a lever in order to emulate the faucet, but honestly, I think it came out pretty good like that, and I do like the build. Small details like that don't necessarily fit, I think by trying to add them, you actually take away from the design sometimes. And just with a little bit more careful lighting and stuff like that, this could probably be a survival-friendly build. So I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Thank y'all so much for watching, and as always, this is Zueljin signing off, and we'll see you next time. Bye!